Hi, and welcome to the... We're not starting? We are. This is the pilot episode of the Hear No Evil radio show. Okay, pilot episode of the Hear No Evil radio show. I'm your host, Simon Kiernan, joined here by co-host Kirsten Massey. No one can see you. No one can see you waving. And we're joined with our guests today, Aisling Lee, Seán Kelly. So, round of applause. Maybe we'll get a round of applause audio put in afterwards.
Sorry.
After deafening everyone. So yeah, Hear No Evil radio show. I think we'll just get straight into it. Topic show. This is a talk show. This is a talk show. Born and bred is the whole point of this. So, icks. I think it was icks what we were getting. Icks was kind of one thing we were saying. Everybody experiences that. Everybody's a problem and stuff like that. So, Kirsten, what is it? What is an ick?
You're actually asking me that.
Oh yeah, we actually up the first record of this.
And I told you I didn't know.
I
feel an ick is something that turns your stomach when someone does something like that you don't think.
Did you get that from the Merriam-Webster dictionary?
No, I got from Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, the trusty Wikipedia.
Yeah,
Great.
Wikipedia's all shit.
So we have
So explain.
Give an example. What's an ick you have?
Flip flops.
Flip flops. Flip flops are gross.
That's actually a good one.
What if you're on holidays?
No, just wear sliders and socks or something.
But like they're
Sliders.
they're such impractical
They're
shoes.
beautiful. Oh,
They're such impractical. No,
on the holidays.
they're impractical shoes. They
Holidays, they're
break.
brilliant.
They break.
Yeah, but you just like your feet are able to breathe when it's warm. Like, oh, fucking
But
no.
you don't wear sliders.
Flip flops are like
No.
a cop out. Sliders and
Yeah, they're
sandals.
the exact same thing.
They're like the bad in between. No, I just
You know other icks, Chris, no.
Sorry?
If no other icks, no.
Hold on,
I have a lot.
flip flops that's a pretty significant ick.
What about the workfest?
Apache.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tell us that story. I've
I
never heard
forgot
of
about
it.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, so I work in Apache, and this guy that I actually know came in, and I knew his name, so I was like, oh, it's for, I said his name, and he repeated, yeah, it's for, and he said his name, so I was like, anyway, he asked me he was like, so was that €15? And I was like, no, it was actually 16, and, because I knew him personally, I was going
You
to
just
say,
let them off, yeah.
I was going to say, like, oh, you don't need to pay next year, or like, it's fine if you don't have it, because he had told me that he lost his phone, that he doesn't have his credit card on it, so I was like, okay, how would you lose your phone, like, would you not go looking for it? Anyway, he ran out to his card before I even said about the euro. And he came back in, and I was like, oh, did you get a euro? And I put my hand out, and I ended up having to put two hands out because he gave me just loads of 20s and 10s and 5 cents
for the full
euro.
€16.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my god. But before he handed it, he let loads of change fall on the ground, and he couldn't pick it up. Like, because it was like on tile, so it was like the coins kept like slipping out, and I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. So then I wasn't even going to bother counting it. Like, imagine counting loads of 5 cents. Like, so I was like, alright, thanks. And he took his food and his drink, and that was grand. I was laughing at with one of my co-workers, like, she was like, oh, that's so embarrassing. And we looked on the counter and there was a set of car keys. And we were like, oh my god, it must be delivery drivers. That's actually dangerous leaving it there in case someone nicked them. And then the girl was like, oh no, that's not a delivery driver. And then I was like, oh my god, they're definitely his keys. So I grabbed the keys and I had to run out to his car with them. And he was like,
Well, it's
oh
not
my
like
god.
he was going anywhere.
And he was like, oh my god, I was looking for them everywhere. I was like, oh my god.
But I
never
would
go
like
back here.
he was always really like cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
That
That's
does not sound
that's
like
funny.
him
But
at
like,
all.
he was driving, so
I just loved the glasses.
Yeah, I felt like he was drunk or something because there was no way he could have been that ditzy. Like.
yeah.
And he had lost his phone prior
But he's
to that.
driving.
Yeah.
Oh good.
Maybe he was so impressed by the good looks of your boss.
I know,
Your boss, yeah. Your boss. Yeah, good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you, thanks.
Aisling, do you have any icks?
This one's like, I have a few, but they're kind of stupid. So, like, the first one is like, imagine like a lad like running up the stairs, but like in like a monkey position.
What you mean? Do an impression.
You just
You do a monkey
You just
impression.
came.
What do you mean a
Have you
monkey?
seen this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in person?
Yeah. Like no, cause like imagine like you're going up to his room upstairs. He just starts climbing up.
Oh,
I do that all the
Okay.
time. I
Oh,
do that
man.
all the time. Oh, I always do that.
Another one is like, this is really bad, but like an inhaler. Like imagine they're just
Oh,
having
man.
like
Bruh.
an asthma attack and they're like, give me your inhaler. Like they're in the middle of flirting with you and they're like,
That is rough.
So medical conditions. Medical icks. Yeah. Let's say that. I used to have asthma.
yeah,
I
like
used to
I'm
have- do you know
not
what?
against asthmatics, but like someone was like laying it on you and they're just going,
How you doing?
Did you alright, I don't know, y'all probably, like, everyone here vape.
I've given it up.
So you
Unsuccessfully given it up.
You vape, yeah?
I don't.
Did you ever, was there ever a time when you, like, would have gotten, like, an ick from seeing someone vape? You know, actually, to be honest with you, I was literally going to say that I think vape, I mean, not vape, I think an ick is literally, like, no offense, but I just always thought of it as, like, a feminine thing. It's something that girls do, feel. Lads
Like
don't.
feel it. Yeah.
Like,
I
I've
feel
never
like,
gone the ick.
I feel like
yeah, I feel
lads.
like lads don't get it.
Yeah,
lads
I don't.
kind of
It's
put up with more. I think.
Yeah, like
you're used to your own lads.
Do you think like
Your
a
own
lad
lads.
running with like a school bag or something, or like a really big school bag?
it's because they have to do this
Yeah.
like juggle yoke when they're running.
I feel like that's an ick.
Like,
Like,
do you know what I find a bit of an ick is like like these poor people. You know these like really young looking fellas that are not young but they just look like a guy. I was in Supermax somewhere.
you get the ick off a guy.
No, but it's just I get it. I find it funny. I find it's like really awkward because it's like this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Oh yeah, this guy was like a child labourer, right? I was in Supermax last night. I didn't tell you this. I was in Supermax last night, so I was waiting for.
Is it the guy that's always there?
No, this is a different guy. This is a new guy, but I was waiting for them to come back from the football match. So I was like, okay, I'll be really cool and I'll go eat at Supermax on my own, which is a personal ick. I don't like looking at myself eating food on my own. It was just, I was sitting there like having a gawk around.
yeah.
What? Don't whisper. You think that's an ick? Yeah. I was forced into
oh wait, watching someone eat is like an ick.
By
no, but
themselves.
eating on
like,
your own.
Oh, I always do.
And see, like,
I feel very powerful.
but
when I
it's
do
funny,
that.
it
I'm like,
should-
I don't need anyone. This is my world.
it,
Yeah, I
should,
suppose that's
it shouldn't be an
I
issue.
feel like
Like
it'd be an
it's-
ick for yourself though.
Yeah.
No, I'm like,
I'd
man
get an
needs-
ick if I did it, like myself.
I don't think other people like care.
Yeah.
But you care.
Wait, so you get an
You
ick
care
for
about
yourself?
yourself. Yeah.
But yeah, but
Oh, so
I was
you
in-
wouldn't see someone eating food on their own and be like, oh.
No, it's like
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I feel like I feel.
No. If you saw another person eating
yeah, you
food
don't
by
think
themselves-
anything of it. Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought you meant
It's
you
just
see somebody eating food
yourself.
and you're
Like,
like,
yeah, I think you think
Sorry.
people are looking at you.
That's-
But I was in Supermax and I got this food. I swear it's the worst run Supermax in the country
Yeah, it's so
because
bad.
I was
What?
standing.
It's so dirty.
Where?
See,
In
so-
Kinnegad?
no,
Oh.
in fairness to the Kinnegad Plaza, right?
That is like,
It's
That
bad
is
out.
like a tight ship. That is run really well, and because the manager he's like scary, but like he's necessary.
There's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, and they're all like on the ball all the time, and the place is spotless all the time. In
They
fairness,
have loads of staff like.
they have loads of staff. You're never waiting there
Wait,
more
so,
than
wait, so
10
which
seconds.
which supermarkets are you on with? That's actually.
The minute one, I suppose. Yeah, the minute one is it isn't. It
Oh,
isn't.
do you think?
Like, look, I can't. I've only been here a few weeks, so
Did
I
you sort that
haven't.
out
I
of the
haven't.
toilet now?
You just get
Did
banned.
he- did he get in the
But
But I
toilet?
was waiting. Like, I just thought it was a bit. I wasn't too happy because I was waiting there. Like, I was waiting there like easily like 5 minutes. Now I know I don't mean like 5 actual minutes. You know when you say 5 minutes and it's about 30 seconds. I was actually standing here. So I was on the phone. I was texting you. And I was waiting. Like all these staff were like looking at me standing there, and then I was thinking, am I in the wrong spot? Does it not look like I'm waiting? I was standing in the middle of the floor, staring at the counter. There was no one behind me. There was no one around, and they were all just like walking by. Like every once in a while they turn around and look. But with this young fella, just like this guy looks like he's probably like 17. How young can you be to work in like a fast food place? Like 16.
16.
Yeah.
16. I was never able to get a job.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
but
yeah.
you are allowed to work. But this guy
I was always told no to get out.
like looks about 10, and the poor guy had, you know, those Moosies, that big like €5 ice creams. He was opening one of the, because I was talking to Seán about it. Seán, Seán Ruby works in the Kenny Plaza, and I was talking, and he was like, yeah, that's the Moosey stuff. That stuff's really hard to open. So we had a tin foil wrapper over it. So he rips the middle of this open, and you know when you're open like a tin foil, like on a Nutella, and it just does not rip the whole way around. It just rips in the middle. So already that was like an ick enough as was. So he has nothing to stir this with, right? So like, and to be bear in mind, I was trying to order food, so I was watching this guy the whole time up at the counter, and he was like, he went looking. I don't know why he went in the back. I was like, what's he going for? And he brings back something to stir it with. He has these two big metal tongs and starts stirring this chocolate syrup with the two tongs, and then he grabs the inside of the tinfoil bit that's still there and tries to rip it open. Chocolate all over his hands, all over the handful of the tongs, like all over the counter and everything. And he's like looking around, and it was like he looked like a small child in like play school that gets like all the paint in their hands, and they're like, where's the teacher? I need help. And I swear like 3 people like looked at him, were like, buddy, you are in that soup on your own. I'm not getting involved in that. And then eventually I got my order, but it was just like, it's just not.
At least you were entertained.
I was entertained. Hey, we should talk about this on the podcast.
What?
But yeah, it was just that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I was like, hey,
oh, right, sorry.
yeah,
no.
that hey.
I thought you were saying that.
Sorry, what are we doing right now?
No, I wasn't trying to make a joke there at all. I wasn't trying to make a joke. No, sir. So yeah, Seán, do you have any icks?
No.
You wouldn't be like bothering.
I actually will, but right. So a good friend of mine, what's his name now? But I know he know. But I don't think you would. But you might. I'd say you would.
I do.
But basically, a really good friend of mine. Right. Sometimes when I like, this is just small. Like, but sometimes if I'm like, I'd be with Grace, and we need to cross the road, and I'd be like, okay, right, let's run. I just mean let's cross the road right now. But then I said that to my friend.
Oh.
And he.
Oh my god.
And he's always running. And I just know, like, if I was a girl, I'd definitely get it.
Yeah,
a million times.
I feel like
he's like, no, he is
people
like, he is a walking. Like,
people run.
But I love it because it makes me laugh.
So we were watching a guy. There was a guy ran by myself and Kirsten.
God, I hope he
bombed it. Were you there? You were. Yeah, it was myself and you. This guy bombed it by us, like a full pelt, running into South Campus. There is something like.
I bet you it was it. Oh, sorry.
No, but it's like, it's not that it's inherently. It's not like it's bad to run, but like if you need it, like look, if I was gonna miss the bloody train or the bus.
Yeah,
of course I'd
run.
Of course you'd run, but
I'd walk fast. I'm like,
yes, yeah. See, that's the thing. You wouldn't sprint. No one sits down and is like.
I'm very fast.
I feel like you would sooner stand in the rain for an hour. Yeah. And human beings weird like that. You would sooner stand in the rain for an hour than like be caught sprinting. But yeah, because I always say I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Yeah. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom. Yeah. You used to have this stupid teacher in secondary school. I used to say like, I'd be like, oh, can I run to the bathroom? Why would you run to the bathroom? Why would you run when you can? Would you run when you can?
When I was in school, there was always one teacher. He'd be like, "Oh, can I go to the toilet?" And he's like, "You're old enough to know if you can go to the toilet." And basically, he wanted you to say, "May I go?" rather than like, "Can I?" Like, you should know if you're rude.
Because I would be a bit of a. I don't want to say a grammar Nazi. Bruh. You heard that phrase? Yeah, grammar Nazi. Someone that like calls up everyone on their vocabulary and grammar all the time. But it's little things. Oh, amment. I used to hate people saying amment.
Amment.
Yeah.
Like amment.
Amment great. Amment going there tomorrow. And it's just like, I don't like that. One of the girls, I remember one girl in secondary, and she always said that. And like, what's her name? What's her? Sadly, she's actually not with us anymore. She's in Limerick.
I knew you meant that. Oh, I actually have another thing, really funny thing, that same guy who always runs.
He's dead.
No. Right, I was like the most northern part of campus here with him, and
by the apartments.
Yeah. Like the most northern part, and he got a text basically saying that he needed to bring his keyboard from there to like a rehearsal in musical society.
Oh yeah.
And he was like,
That's
"Oh."
the musical society's down South Campus.
Yeah, the most southern part. So he had no case or nothing, so he couldn't like open up
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like pull it. So he picked it up, walked around
Oh my God.
down the whole campus.
Ugh.
Oh, it was ghastly.
I have another ick.
Go on.
I feel like my icks are like outrageous, but so like imagine you're just walking along and like this fella crosses the road, but like they get hit by a car, but then like they get back up again.
Oh my god.
And like keep going.
They keep
yeah,
going.
actually, that's actually.
That's quite a beast
Do
move.
you know what the thing is though? Like, out of
I
sheer
would
embarrassment.
respect that.
Yeah, what a legend.
No, but like,
No, if I
Yeah,
ever
if I
get
ever
hit by a car, I'm dying. I don't
do you
care.
ever see like these people that are like severely injured, but it's like the embarrassment, the embarrassment of like staying there.
Hold him back to your
It's like, I'm fine. I'm okay.
When someone asks him how they finally just start crying.
I'm okay.
I just like they just go like rolling over the bonnet. I'm okay, guys. They just keep walking.
Oh. Remember the one I was saying to you the other day? I think it's such an ick when lads post selfies.
I hate taking selfies.
I have
Yeah,
no.
like-
I
I
don't.
feel so.
I have no-
TikToks or
Especially
something.
with the family. Oh, they're like, Seán, take it there. No.
But I've no photographs of me on my own. It's always with like
I remember one
the
time.
lads.
I had a group
Or,
chat
or
one
someone
time.
else.
There used to be a group of lads. I used to have a group chat like the lads, and we were just talking about stuff. And all of a sudden, I can't remember what. I don't know. We were just talking about. Right, we were like 14 or 15 at the time. And we were just talking about like different features like that we had, like about how we looked like, and everybody wanted that. job,
Huge,
Ev-
huge personality.
like. everybody wanted that job, like, you know. And then like we were all talking about that. And then all of a sudden, two of the lads put, like, oh, look at this picture. I took a load of pictures of them, like.
That was such a big trend at one time, though. Everyone
Yeah, I
was
know.
like,
I used to freak out. Like, my brother said, no, my brother's.
Shot off the air.
My brother went to the Grail Talk, and he said there was one fella who was in the same room as him,
Yeah.
and like he'd be on his phone and he'd be like, oh yeah.
Oh, the,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
chin coming up.
Just every time he'd take a snap, he'd just be like.
Actually, one of the lads,
Try to make it
one of the lads always takes photos like, he like puts his hand on his head
on the knee.
Oh,
over his
thing.
forehead, and he like it's like yeah, it's
Oh, I
like,
used to do
and
that.
he always does this every photo.
Right,
I
someone
snap
we
him
know.
sometimes. We're like, what?
Someone we know.
Oh, you'd know him, yeah, you know him well.
Oh,
Any friends that are like, you saw him on Saturday?
yeah, with
I-
Chris, Luke, Evan. Shout out to the boys.
Yeah, the men. I haven't seen like there's 10 lads in my group, and I haven't seen the boys in like a month. Some of them I haven't seen in ages, and it's. Do you find that as well? That there's like you come here and there's
To be honest, a lot of my friends are here. Like
yeah
they were like my
your main group.
my lads. Yeah.
See, I've two guys, and then everybody else is like split up everywhere. One
Yeah.
guy's doing an apprenticeship, like he's only around, but he's just like he's not. He's off the weekends. Sure, we're all working.
Yeah.
We're all working the weekend, so it's
Oh,
just awkward.
That's so
It's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. What else is crazy?
Being crazy.
The
If you-
cost of living crisis.
Oh yeah. I don't care
No.
what he says. If he wants that cupboard on the stairs, he's paying €1,500 a month.
That's
how
it.
it is.
That's it though. Like that is. I'm living paycheck to paycheck.
Crazy.
I make all my money at the weekend is gone. Now, I won't say what I'm spending the money on, but it is a result of university.
You know, I feel like
It's-
He has to pay his thing.
Well, I might cut that bit out. What does that even mean? You're lucky if people even hear that. Yeah, I see. Yeah,
Taylor said
eyeball.
this morning.
Oh God, yeah. You can't say that. You can't say it.
Why?
I have a reputation to uphold. You can't. Oh, Joe, we actually we were in that stayed in that short-term accommodation. You've been in that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, Ashton?
yeah. I've done
That's
that.
you stayed in it.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
it's fucking dead.
Yeah, but
It is
it's,
pretty-
it's really quiet, so you kind of feel like you're almost tiptoeing around.
Oh, the
Yeah, I thought it was
floorboards.
haunted.
I think they're so. Yeah, everybody thought it was.
Sure, I was walking down.
I think it's so cool though.
It's really it's kind of spooky. We were one
It
of the
was-
hallways.
oh.
One of the hallways was just painted orange. Did you see that? Were you up
Holiday.
there?
Is that not the one we were in?
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
the hallway was just painted
Holidays.
orange.
That's just holidays.
No, the hallway was orange.
Oh, here.
It was kind
Alright,
of spooky.
the room we were staying in, the radiator broke. I think I wrote it, but anyway, it couldn't turn off, and I was.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Simon had the radiator on, but he had the window
Hold on now.
open.
Buster.
no.
Hold on now, buddy. I couldn't get this thing working at all. And I had my jacket on and everything. And I was working away. I was doing a history
Shivered.
essay. I was, brr. I was like a cow. Freezing. But that's horrible. I might cut that out. But I was sitting in the room. I had my jacket on.
It's gonna be like boom.
It'd be like one of those CIA reports with like.
You're gonna have like 2 seconds of people talking, then boom, skip to the
Yeah.
side. People
But
are confused.
I eventually got the radiator working. These goddamn technologies from 10 years ago, so confusing. Why can't I control the radiator with my phone? Whoever told
Oh, that'd be the new.
Listen here, Elon Musk, huh? Why can't I control the radiator in this ancient building?
What'd you say?
You see,
Yeah, I know exactly what you said.
See what?
And she said, "Young brother, it's are playing fighting." Is that what she said?
no.
Andrew Tate's fighting who?
Andrew Tate is playing Jake Paul. Or Logan.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what Paul.
I kind of hate all that stuff. I feel like it's
You know, I thought that actually.
so.
And you know, here
boring.
I'll say this on the thing, but I hate those Paul lads.
I'm
Logan
not a
and
fan.
Jake, they are the biggest ever. Did you hear about what happened to that Logan lad?
That's 3 times.
No.
This guy.
No.
We're gonna start a swear jar from this
No.
one.
Oh my god, I used to do when I was younger. My parents say a bad word. 50 cents a jar.
Really?
Yeah, and then
That's
I
such
was
a
able,
good
to buy
50 euro.
Then 50 cent. I remember I thought he said 50 euro, and I was like, let's go.
Wow.
And then I was able to buy Avengers Assemble.
Avengers the Lego game.
No, the
movie.
at the time.
The DVD.
Yeah,
Listen,
DVD. Yeah.
I have so many DVDs at
Yeah,
home,
same.
and my
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 is the last device in the house I own. that
Oh,
will
I
play.
still have the
My
DVD.
laptop doesn't play DVDs, and I'm like,
No,
I have like 300 euro worth of DVDs. I'm like, these are.
No,
I'm
I-
not gonna be able to use these.
Actually,
I
for
got
my
the-
music, for my leaving cert, we had to listen to
Yeah,
a CD.
I never did.
I had to go sit in the car for like 2 hours
yeah,
to listen
yeah,
because
people
I
do
had
that.
nothing
I
to use.
do radio. Yeah.
But isn't it funny? I
never
remember
listened to it.
I remember like the VHS tapes.
Yeah.
When I was a toddler, I remember watching like Barney or something.
I was literally about to say Barney.
Yeah, on the
What's
VHS.
The
So you're-
tapes, like the videotapes.
Yeah, do you know the video?
You're that old.
Wait, that
Thank you.
really
How
big
did you not
stuff.
have videotapes?
Those really huge
This
ones.
is a baby over
It used to
there.
be in a
You're-
box.
You're one of those ick people I was talking about. That is just like a child. Get out of here.
Wait, you remember
There's
that? A
2005
huge tape like this big.
Yeah, like the tapes, and you'd put them in the
The big black
the
ones.
tape.
Yeah.
Alright, jeez.
The big
Where
black
did you
ones.
put them in?
You put them in the tape
Tapes.
machine.
Put them into the TV, like.
No, there's a different sort of machine. You just put
It
them
used
in
to.
and
It was
goes
like
down.
it was like a.
So they're
Like-
only small ones.
These are like
No, they're huge,
These are like big,
like this big.
They're big black cube.
And you
things.
throw it into like a big
And they've tape in the
box,
inside.
and then it just come up on the screen.
Yeah,
Obviously
it's
wasn't
crazy.
born.
this is.
Yeah, you probably
This
were
is
born. Yeah,
pathetic.
you
This is pathetic.
Wait, what year were you born?
1963. I saw the collapse of the Soviet Union. I was born in 2003. When were you born?
Were you 20 then next year?
Did you not do higher level maths?
Because next year is
For-
2023. 20 years after
This-
2023.
Well, sure, I'm only 18. I was born in 2004.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
November. Yeah,
he's
but you
19
are.
now. Oh, I hear that. Yeah. Yeah, that still makes sense. Yeah. But like,
It does make sense.
I'm not actually.
Because you're going to be
Yeah.
19 the year I'm 20.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be 18, he's going to be 19.
No.
No.
Yeah, that is how it's going to be now.
I'll
He's
be,
gonna be
20
20
and
when I'm
you'll be
18.
19. Because I'll be 20 in
Be- be-
April.
because-
and then you'll be 19
Because he's a year
in November.
and a few more
Yeah,
months
but I'll
older
still
than
be
me.
18 when you're 20.
Yeah, for a few months.
Yeah, for a few months.
Stupid.
You're
Yeah,
stupid.
what the hell's
How
that?
about that?
Hey, when's your
Yeah.
birthday?
I got
fuck.
honey.
Here, wait.
My leaves
Like,
are
did
mad,
you?
So,
I got an idea for conversation.
What'd you get
but
in English?
I
What'd
don't.
you get in English, bro?
H2. What'd you get?
A little bit higher than that. Yeah. No, it was so desperate. I wrote. Actually, no. I did. I got the. I don't. It was the only H1 I got, but it was like. I wrote a short story in it, and like waffled. I was sitting in bed the night before thinking about this short story, and I was like, "Will I do this?" And then on the day, you know when you just get these gut feelings. Do you ever just go off a gut feeling? You're like,
Yeah.
"This is the right thing to do." I saw that they. It was like a short story where a piece of music is significant in the plot or whatever. that was along the lines of that. I was like, you know what? I'll just do the short story. Best decision I ever made. On
Wait,
top
what
of
was
Got
that
you
my
here.
instead of?
what?
What was that instead of?
Like a personal essay. I never liked those personal essays. Just not a huge fan
Yeah.
because you know.
Oh, I loved them.
I-
It's like I jot down my thoughts. It's class.
See,
I was always bad at English. Like my English teacher, she hated me because I used to sit beside Grace, like one of the girls. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to name people, but anyways, she does go here. And Iran was like, "You're such a bad influence on Grace. You need
oh
to
my
stop
god,
sitting beside
your teacher
her."
said this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like,
No
"You're
way.
rubbing off on her."
What's up with some of these? I was my uncle. I said my uncle were talking the other day. I was out at the house with him, and he's a secondary school teacher. But he was saying like, he's a vice principal now, and he was saying like, obviously he's on the committee when they're like getting new teachers in to interview them and see like, are these up to quality control? Should we let these people wander around our halls? And he was saying like, there is an issue of some teachers with this like capital punishment-esque mentality of, oh, child is bold, so I'm going to roar in their face and make them feel like crap, and then they'll behave, which just doesn't work.
Yeah, it does not work at all. So here in like college, like, there's none of that, and
No.
like everybody actually listens.
Yeah, because we all do
'Cause we
go
all
to
actually-
every single one of our lectures. and
Yeah,
do all our
No, never mind that.
assignments.
Like, oh man, I just hate school. Like, I know you want to be a teacher, but I'm like anti like education. Like, not obviously not anti, but I'm so anti the education system. I think primary school is deadly, but oh my god, secondary school is just a pile of
See, I always felt
so bad.
near the end,
No,
and like I don't think for anyone listening that maybe sitting their leaving cert, or I suppose is going through, they probably shouldn't be listening to this. They probably shouldn't be, but anyone that's at that stage, I would consider it more of like developing yourself to get into college and get into the adult world, more than like you do just learn a load of nonsense.
no, but like not even that. Like everything you learn in secondary school is useless.
That's
when
what
you
I'm
go to
saying. That's what I'm
college.
saying. So you should take it upon yourself. Like I felt like someone that studies all that stuff. I will never use any of. Say like I was never French. I think French was not taught how it should be taught. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to go in and change the French system. I suppose if it works for now, we'll leave it there. But I went over to France. I was in France 3 years ago. I was in Paris. I went into a little cafe. Went in and ordered a meal in French. What I thought was perfect French, because obviously in the class we were
Definitely
told,
like one baguette.
and I went in and I was, because you know me with the accents. I was talking with a French accent. He was loving it. French guy turns around to me.
I'd kick you out.
French guy turns around to me and he answers me in just complete English. He wasn't having any. This French man just wasn't having any. Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, his loss. He's living in France.
So you're telling me you wasted
who's the real winner?
6 years of your life doing French?
I wasted. Yeah, you remember our French class?
Oh, so bad.
You remember?
Sorry.
I was like, oh Lord,
No good.
no good, not good.
Absolute horrible.
Zip side
I
for
can
2 years
speak-
as well.
Oh, very funny. I can speak minus French. I can speak less English now after going to the French classes. That's how bad it was. But that's
You know-
do you know what though? TY, I got the most out of school in TY. Did you? We all did TY.
No.
You didn't do
I
TY.
didn't do
You
it.
didn't do.
COVID.
What?
Literally, COVID happened when TY was
Wait.
happening.
Yeah, were you born in 2004?
3.
Wait, so did you do TY?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I feel like a child. Yeah.
Wait, but you're 2004 as well.
Yeah,
Man, get these children out of here.
yeah.
Actually, we're staying. This is.
Yeah, no, you know.
Get out of here.
When I first met you and like all the lads, I was like, just so fucking, because like I thought you were gonna be like, you know, like,
Because
like
we were older.
yeah,
Man.
and I thought I don't think he actually knew that I was a year younger than
I
all
wouldn't
of
have
you.
copped that, but
Yeah, right, because like I was like
that's gas. Yeah.
yeah.
But like, you don't look young.
Oh,
Well, you don't look young
That's it.
either, to be fair.
who, Chris? No, yeah, that's compliment. I like that.
Yeah, you look old. Look old and
You look old.
decrepit. That's what you.
Small guy.
Yeah,
I remember-
you.
You know, everyone always told me that like I looked
Insult.
old, but then one
That's-
time people told me
Yeah.
that I didn't, and I was really like, what, this makes no sense. And then like I go back to Mum and Gary and everybody was like,
Yeah, what?
Like there was a time when I met a lot of people and they all thought I was like looked so young, but like I was very offended.
Yeah, I think your dress sense as well is good. Like, I like it, but it is more of like it is retro.
It's what?
It's retro in a good way.
What's that?
Like it's like well, you're going. It's like very 90s. But I think that's 80s. That's right. But I think that's cool. Like to be honest, I wish I could wear more stuff like that.
Sometimes.
Jeez. All right, Miss. What's that? Calvin Klein. This one's in the future. This one's wearing futuristic clothes over here. I'm not a fan. We're gonna cut this out.
Okay, Jack and Jones.
Jack and Jones. Yeah, no, it's a good
Jack
point.
and Jones
I'm
took up the hill
I'm
to
chinos.
get some bones.
I'm a chino guy. I know one.
Oh wait, no. Jack and Jones went to the bones to get themselves some scones.
Get out of here.
Yeah, cut that part out.
No, Bones is the name of a restaurant.
Bones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
I was gonna say
a real restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. You forgot what you were gonna say.
Yeah, it was actually
That's
quite
handy.
interesting.
That's great.
Wow.
Great. You really have to entertain all listeners. Yeah, no bother.
Here, I got a topic conversation.
Okay.
That could spark a bit of controversy.
Stop clap.
Yeah, when you clap, it's like, bah. But anyway, right. Just say, right, so we all, wait, not you now, a few weeks' time, we'll all be registered to vote. And,
Oh.
so just say there was a referendum.
I will.
There was a referendum the day after your birthday for United Ireland. What would we say?
See, the
I
patriotic.
don't understand what that means.
Well,
So,
like the counties, the 6 counties?
Yeah,
6 counties up the north that are under British rule.
yeah.
Would
you want them back?
under
Just say good luck.
one republic?
Doesn't really
The
bother me.
band.
Yeah, I'd leave
But you
it up
have-
to
but you
the
have to
people
vote.
that live up there. Like,
Yeah, that's what I think
affects
as well.
them, not us.
Yeah, I
See,
know.
I would be nationalist.
That's what that's called.
I would be
referendum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you
stuff like
vote.
that. But like, I'd be national. I
I'm
would
very
I'd have a lot of
nationalist.
national pride.
I have
But you
such
like
national
Michael,
pride.
you're big fan of Michael Collins.
If I was to be any other person that ever lived, it would be
You would be
Collins.
Michael Collins.
Yeah,
I love.
I'd be Patrick Pierce.
Porrick Pierce.
Porrick Pierce,
It's
you mean?
Patrick, actually.
Yeah,
Porrick.
yeah. No, do you know who I love? Charles Stewart Parnell. Did you ever hear him?
Oh, Parnell
Yeah.
Park.
Parnell
Named after
Street.
Parnell Park.
Yeah, Charles Stewart Parnell, the best
What did
Irish
he do?
politician ever. He literally. So you know you have groups like the Labour Party and the Conservatives and like, but like I'm just like there's all these different political groups, right? Parnell basically in the 1880s, it was the 1880s, brought all these like, and you have to consider we were under British rule,
Yeah.
but he brought all these Irish parties together to try and get home rule, and it was the best oiled machine, political machine of the time, like ever seen. It was the best political movement in Ireland ever, and like really like set the foundation for the likes of the Rising and,
Yeah.
and everything like that. Like really cool guy.
I did not know.
And he literally, do you know what happened? He had an affair with. He wasn't
Jeez.
married. He wasn't married.
Jeez.
He wasn't married. He had an affair with a married woman,
Who?
and everybody. Then the party split. The IPP, the Irish Parliamentary Party, split on it. Yeah, so you know who's a typical women, huh? Isn't that it?
If I had to be a man.
No, that's not funny. I'm
Cut that out.
no,
Oh, yeah.
that was clearly a joke for anyone out there that didn't get that was a joke.
Who would you
It's
be?
clear that the only problem is the British Empire.
Yeah.
Can we all agree on that?
Fuck.
Sorry, if you were a man, Kirsten.
No, who would you be if you had to go back in time? Like, you'd be Michael
Michael
Collins.
Collins.
Who would you be?
Oh, tell me who you'd be. I ain't got to think about that. That's
I'd be Joseph Mary Plunkett. from The Rising.
Oh yeah.
Because I loved the way he treated Grace.
Yeah. I love that
So
song. No.
beautiful.
No, that song. Oh.
It is.
I really was saying what
I wouldn't even care
wanna
to
do
be
this.
Grace. I just love to be him. To be so romantic.
Yeah, but I feel bad for
So
Grace.
beautiful.
I feel really bad for Grace though.
That's cute.
Because like she got married and like she's married for
Yeah,
like a
it
day.
is.
And I didn't think she was allowed to get married
It
after.
is a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
But I
Some
think
marriage that was.
isn't it poetic though?
Life
I think she didn't
happens.
remarry after that, didn't she?
I don't think she would have been
Yeah,
allowed.
I
I
think
don't
that's.
think you were allowed.
I think that's
No kids, no.
really beautiful. I think that's just a really beautiful little moment of life.
Yeah, for him, not for her.
For like for both, no, because like she
She
was-
can live
she
on.
literally
doing
got the
nothing.
letter.
she kept him with her then at all times. This love, because this like do you think she would have been happier if she remarried?
No.
No.
Have you ever heard the song? Now this is a bit of a tangent, but you know the Joji song, "Glimpse of Us." You know
No.
that song? When he came out there recently.
No.
The whole song is about this like guy that can't get over this girl, but in the girl he's with now, he longs to see a glimpse of what he had with the other girl, with this new girl, but he can't get over like that. So I feel like there's always a thing of your longest relationship. If that does dismantle,
You're still going to think about it.
you still think about it. Like I think of people like of girls I would have had sort of, just like crushes on even. Like even going back that far, I don't think stuff like that leaves you.
No.
You know?
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, absolutely.
I think
when I was about 10, I
wasn't expecting 10.
I was about 10. I really liked this girl. I used to every year there was always like a different girl every year. I used to be mad about a different girl every year, and but I never told anybody, not a single person. I kept it all to myself. I was just in my own little fantasies and stuff. Then
I think everybody kind of does. Yeah, it's gas.
Especially
that
age, But I don't know how it came out, but basically the word got out that I liked her.
Oh yeah.
And then
probably because you were staring.
I
at her.
can't remember how it got
All
out.
the time.
No, I can't remember how it got out. But basically,
I love
I was very like musical, like so musical. Like I used to put my hand up, be like, I like the Beatles. And everybody knew that I loved music. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like I was
Beatles
I was like
groovy.
the music person in the class. And basically, like the last day of school, I remember I had got like one of the girls to go ask this girl what her favorite song was. And she came back and she said Roar by Katy Perry. And then
She said what?
Roar by Katy Perry.
Oh yeah.
So then I on the last day of school.
A
Please don't say
modern
it's
classic.
Yeah, I sang it, and yeah.
You sang.
But and then
Roar.
I remember I told my mother about mom. Yeah.
Did you sing for her?
I didn't step up there and be like, this is for you, girl. No, I didn't do that. But I just sang, and she knew, but nobody else did.
Seán.
But then the word got around later as the years went on. But like,
No.
yeah. But so when it happened, it was just like between me and her, and I suppose a few of her friends, and I told my mom as well. But like, but then and then I didn't see her for the whole summer then after.
And
then we went back to school and I liked a different girl.
You potentially ruined that song for that poor girl.
I don't know. I think she liked it.
I got the eye of it.
I swear to God,
That's
that's
that's really funny. I remember. I
I'd actually be kind of friends with her.
We were all doing Valentines back in like first class
Oh my
or
God.
second, and we were all supposed to write them for our parents. And then I walked
There was
up.
always one person.
This is shocking. You're one that I
think
liked.
you told me this.
You're one that I liked. Her name is like difficult enough to spell. It's like a real Irish name, and I was young at the time. So I remember in the class. This is shocking. Like I feel horrible even thinking about this.
Was she in her year there recently?
No.
No.
This was back. This was only in primary school. But
Well, what class?
Listen.
Come on,
The point of
no,
the story is,
no,
I
no.
like this girl. We all had our Valentine, so I was going to write your one's name. Stick up the hand in the middle of the class. Say to the teacher, "How do you spell your one's name?" In front of everybody. I didn't think twice about it. Didn't think twice. Wrote that down. Gave it to her. Unreciprocated. Never got it back. And then Mom was like, "You should have given me your Valentines." She didn't hit me. It was like a mental blow. It was a mental blow. She hit me with. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed that my young man likes girls and wouldn't give his Valentines to his mother, who cared so much about that. Hi, Mom.
You know what I think is so fun? You have to have like a crush in each lecture. I think that's the only thing that gets me like excited
Get
for
you
the
through.
lecture.
Get you through that.
And then when you see them, you're like,
That's it. Yeah, actually, now that you say
well,
it.
Seán already knows like one of mine
Oh yeah.
in accounting.
Love Island, yeah.
Now that you say
Love
it.
Island boy.
Yeah,
Do you get that? You being in a relationship, do you get that?
No.
Yeah, good. It was the right answer. Now that you said that is actually very true. I feel like people stand out. When you think about it, like, do you know when you walk into a room and you look at like 20 people in a room, someone always stands out to you. But a different person probably stands out to your buddy or another person that walks in.
Does he just
You-
start
you-
walking in slow
you-
motion?
I hope I'm not someone. No, sorry, stop.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's like even like if you think of us, there's probably people that like recognize us that we don't know. Like there's loads of people I recognize from my classes. You know, there's loads of people I would see walk around. They're like, oh, they're from my English, they're from my history, they're from the psychology, and we probably are like that. With other people probably see us as there's that really good-looking guy from my history. There's that really smart guy that doesn't say anything. Thank God.
I just
in
know
any
he's
class.
smart.
He's a look. He wears a monocle. You know, a monocle, like the little glass eyepiece thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got blown to the stomach the other day because like I copped this fella. He's
You got hit by a car and you just kept walking.
No. I copped this fella. I was waiting for my accounting tutorial, and I copped this fella because he's in all my lectures. And I was like, oh, what course are you doing? And he was like, oh, international business. I was like, same, you're probably in all my lectures. And like, I copped he's in all the lectures. And he's like, oh, I've never seen you before. I was like,
oh. He was just saying it.
It is a slap. Yeah, the other
Oh,
night.
he was just
The other
saying
night, you were with me the other night. There was these girls. We were coming out of the roost. We were walking back to the bus stop. Oh no, Kieran was with me. These girls, and I knew this girl because she gets on the same bus, and she's in my history lecture. And me having a few drinks, we said this. I was like, I recognise you because you know when you see someone in two. This is it's a bit of a nick, but you know when you recognise someone from two different places, they're more recognisable. Obviously, I'd seen her on the bus and seen her in the history lectures. So I just knew this person. So I was talking to her.
Shout out to the girl who goes on the bus.
Shout out to her. No, like I'm friendly enough with her now. It worked out for the best.
Oh yeah.
She could have tased me. Oh, who's this guy in the really good Indiana Jones costume? Which it was.
I remember you once said, oh, you weren't there actually. This girl came over. I don't know who she was. This girl came over and Simon goes, do you know what I am? Because Simon was pissed off at this stage because no one knew he was Indiana Jones. And this girl just goes straight out, oh my God, I know who you are. And Simon's like, who? He was getting all excited. And she was like, Mr. Bean.
That was.
Where did they get that though?
Oh,
I used the brown trousers.
I know where they found this girl. I know where they found her.
Did you ever see her again?
What a no, thank. No, but like of all the like, you wouldn't even when you think of Mr. Bean, you don't think brown. Like you know, that's not the first thing that comes to your mind. I was just thinking of green car. No, the funniest.
So was I.
A funnier guy. You didn't. Yeah, well, you didn't come to the roost. There was a huge queue. There was a huge queue like down the town, and there was this one guy because Seán had his good M&M costume. There was this other guy in a white shirt with like a cross chain and his bleached white hair. And he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, Clint Eastwood." I looked at him and I was like, "Well, you supposed to be Machine Gun Kelly." And he got really like, this guy was. This guy was not happy.
I wish I heard
Wait,
that.
he was M&M.
He was M&M, yeah.
But he just like it would love to stay. And he kept coming up to me during the night. He'd like catch me. I think he used to just hang around in the bathrooms. He'd just know when the bladder was gone, and he'd be like, I'm gonna call this guy Clint Eastwood all night, and he did. Actually, there's something hilarious about the roost, that in the clubs in the bathroom. I have had some funny conversations in the last bathrooms.
Oh, I've had
Bathrooms
better
are funny places because you know why everyone's there.
What?
They're all just want to get in and get out. But then I was talking to this guy and like, yeah, some guy comes in the Walter White costume. It's like, hey, Heisenberg. And then I was Indiana Jones. I was there. Patrick Bateman was in there as well. A police officer walks in. They were like, hold on, man. These guys didn't do anything. It's just funny. Jersey Day a few weeks ago. Some guy was wearing did I tell you this story? No. Some guy was wearing a Galway jersey. And I said to him, I forgot my jersey. I was just in the polo. And I said to him, I always get the Westmeath and Galway jerseys mixed up because the colours are so similar, and I wouldn't be looking at them up because I never look at the sponsor or the crest. Like I don't look at that straight away. It's always the colour. The man turns around and he goes, "Oh, that's gas. I'm actually from Westmeath. This is my friend's Galway jersey." And I go, "Feck off." But I go, "Where are you from?" Mullingar. I was like, "Man, I am like 15 minutes away from you."
Wow.
Crazy.
What was his name?
Literally never met this guy ever again. I don't even know what his name was. Maybe he was lying. Maybe because this wasn't long after the Fla. So everybody knows where Mullingar is.
Yeah.
I think.
Wait, were you in Mullingar for Fla?
No, I didn't go to the Fla.
You need to go.
Fla was.
I cannot
on
wait.
top.
270 days to go.
You should go with it. It's in Mullingar again next year.
Whoa.
Would say that it was what?
Around 270 days.
That just seems
I
pretty
cannot wait. That was the best week.
Do you know what's funny? That annoys me less. That he knows how many days. Annoys me less than people that count down the days to Christmas. Am I just a Grinch?
I actually don't know that.
Yeah, you're such a Grinch.
Yeah. It's just not my cup of tea. is that I don't like turkey. I'm not a turkey guy. No, it's because what used to bother me was I remember when I got my electric guitar, right? Santi, I didn't order it. Santi got. What's the age limit on this? Santi's not real, basically, right? Don't know if
I
you heard.
doubt there's any children listening to a Maynooth University podcast.
Podcast, yeah.
45 days to Christmas.
Did you know that? 2004 baby, that Santi isn't real.
What?
You didn't know either. What? Yeah, so I ordered my own presents this one year.
That's so poo.
Yeah.
Wait, what year?
Yeah, Mom just goes, right, just go whatever you want.
Wait, how old were you?
Yeah, this was 2 years ago.
2 years.
I know, I wasn't a baby.
Right,
I
that's
wasn't a
not
child.
right.
Oh, mother. Yeah, please have a
I
Lego
cried
set.
my
Go on. No,
I
Mom was
I cried
actually
my eyes
very
out
good.
when I found out he wasn't real.
The lads told me. I knew 2
Yeah,
years.
it's always your
Mom
friends
was.
telling
Mom was. I felt bad because Mom loves Christmas and she always does Christmas so well in our house. And I have 2 younger brothers. Sure, Breen's the youngest. He's 14. I hope. Yeah, he's 14. But she had, obviously he had it up until 2 years ago. I think the guy never knew. He really never knew.
Yeah.
Did you not know?
I genuinely believe so much. And Mom had to tell me
No, I don't know, people just tell you, you just kind of think about it. No way, Abby.
I still have it in my
big
house.
fat lad comes down that you.
They made it so real though,
Yeah.
the milk
It's
and crumbs
it's
everywhere.
a deadly idea. Yeah, my father was so good at that. And my mother.
Do you know? And
I used to open up the thing and put a load of ash all over the
It
place.
feels so stupid though, because I always said I heard him on the roof.
Yeah, I remember.
I
I
heard
was
him
like-
last night.
That's
Yeah.
schizophrenia.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
I remember my girl in my class said, it was in first class, I remember she said she heard footsteps. And I was like, what? Oh my god, that is crazy.
Do you know 2 young lads come into the shop? These are 2 young lads who come into the petrol station all the time, right? And I'd be just so bored that when all the in fairness, all the people that don't play football, all the young people come into the shop because there is absolutely nothing to do in Kinnegad. If you're not part of the GA club and you're not playing soccer, there is literally nothing to do. So they always just come into the shop, and I don't mind them hanging around for a while. The place would be dead anyway. And being in there on my own, what do? I sit on my phone, it's just boring. But if these 2 guys come in, they go, Simon, is Santi real? And I turned around and I said, of course Santi's real. And someone's saying otherwise. And he was like, one guy just slaps the guy in the arm. I told you. I told. And they're like, and these 2, and me trying to keep the straight face, keep the act going. And he goes, yeah, one of the lads in school was saying he's not real. And we knew he was real. We knew that this guy's, we hate this guy. This guy's always lying. We knew he was real. I was like, yeah, man, yeah. She's like, I'm getting stuff. I'm getting a guitar, man. Do you have your letter sent? And they were like, no. I was like, man, mine's gone a week. You want to get on? You want to get on that? You want to get on that? Get in there as soon as possible. But yeah, I'm a bit conflicted in the whole thing because I don't like being lied to.
Yeah,
but I do
some
appreciate.
people
Looking
think
back
that,
now, I do appreciate.
Yeah,
everything
Yeah.
I've done.
absolutely, yeah.
It was.
I remember every year my father used to say, God, Santi's great, man. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in all the videos.
Yeah.
Because did you ever do that? I go
No,
back and
no.
look at the videos.
No.
What videos?
But-
Dad videos Christmas morning on his
Oh,
phone.
no.
The worst. Because he just I do think halfway through a video and he forgets that he's videoing because the phone always kind of goes down. It's like, what is this? And he gets so invested in what's going on. But I go over it. Yeah, I always it's like, wow, what a good Santi this year. What a good job he did.
Is Santi done in all your houses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know.
My
sister
youngest
three.
brother, yeah, he's
Well, that's
I'd
actually
say
I
one
used
last
to
year or so.
I used to
Yeah.
mess with the elf on the shelf.
Oh, that he did
We
great.
never
I hate
had
him.
that.
I remember one year-
That's
like,
so stupid.
No.
I used to put him in pretty grim places.
My dad.
And Breen, I don't think he was too happy with that. But I thought it was fun.
Who the elf?
Up in the knife block.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that.
I remember my brother left. I was the only one in the house who knew about Santa this time. My brother left a big list of questions and I wanted to keep it going, so I took it and then this is in the middle of the day so it was bad. It was bad at night. And then I actually really messed up. But basically, so then they saw that they were like, oh my god, it's gone already. Where did it go? And then answered all these things and like made it really confused, like because I was thinking it was going to be magical, you know. Like basically said that his birthday was like a week ago, but at the same time he's 100 years old. And then I left it back out for them, and they were like, "Oh my God, wait, it's already back! What? Seán, this is your item." They knew straight away. Oh, I was like, oh
man.
You're never allowed to touch him, or he'd lose his magic.
Yeah.
But I touched him before, and he had a massive tag sticking out the back from him. I was like, what the hell? Where's the other tag?
Oh, whoever came up with that is an arsehole. End of.
Whoever came up with that is a millionaire.
I used to watch videos though of them moving, so that's how I believe so much. Like people put up things like, "Oh, they moved the
They're
Christmas
the
tree."
real evil because they're not making any money off those videos. Those people aren't making any. They're the real problem. But isn't it funny how like on that? Isn't it funny how people come up with like designs for stuff? Like even think of the things on the end of these mics. You know, these little fluffy things that catch the sound. Or these in the studio at the moment. It's completely soundproofed where we're in. We've all this soundproof foam around. Imagine the guy or lady who came up with. Imagine the person that came up with this design. It's so basic. It's the shape. I know there's like a lot of physics to do with the shape of these that it catches. It's not just foam.
Yeah.
Imagine how much money, like the patent, the patent, like the design.
We were talking about that last week. Me and you. We said something like, imagine how simple that is.
Because it is so, yeah. It's like it's a really simple design. Like it's not crazy.
No.
Like it's like, what is it? Ridges. There's a lot of science to it, but it's ridges. Even stuff like, oh God, like even I like just stuff like random stuff. If you think of any designs,
I was thinking about tinfoil last week.
Isn't tinfoil kind of nuts?
Yeah.
It's kind of sheets of metal.
Yeah. Do you ever just think some people just like, where do they come up with these ideas? You know?
Like words.
Yeah, words are so cool. I love finding out what words mean.
That's so weird that you say that. I was sitting there earlier and we were looking at the Seattle's best, the coffee.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was like, Seattle as a name for a place. Who came up with that?
Yeah.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Burger got me the other day. I said it a few times and I was like, why is burger a word?
Don't you think so cool? I think this is so cool. Like in the 60s, the Taoiseach of Ireland's name was Seán Massey.
Yeah.
When you translate that to English, that means wise with respect. Like, it's not the coolest thing I've ever heard.
What's the word, sorry?
Seán
Massey means wise with respect.
He was the
I
Taoiseach.
think that is so cool.
Taoiseach in the 60s.
Yeah, he was like the best Taoiseach ever, I think. No, I love, like, Irish history.
And to do with the names.
Huh?
Like, the meaning of names. Especially Irish names.
Yeah, I love learning that. Yeah.
I think Irish names are like. Now I don't have an Irish name. Simon's. See, that's like biblical.
Yeah.
That's biblical, but like you have, Colin and Breen. I don't actually know what Colin stands for, but Breen is like. Oh, it's like to do with strength or something. No, I could be completely wrong.
A lot of them are like that though.
But then my name
what's
actually.
your surname though? What does that mean?
Kiernan.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What's that in Irish? Maybe it's just Kieran.
I think it's Nee Kiernan.
Kiernan
No,
means
Nee
like
Kiernan would be your mother's.
Lord.
Son of Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Cialig means.
Well, that is because I'm so
My-
rich and powerful. Yeah, and I have all this land.
My name in Irish is Cialig, and that means bright.
Right-headed.
Yeah.
Simon actually means like listener and talker, or it's along the lines of that, which I thought was weird because I only read this like a few months ago, and doing always doing stuff like this. I know this is like the first kind of official podcast, but it's always doing stuff like this. I thought, like, that's weird. That actually, do you know the star signs?
Yeah.
What do you think of them? I'm not like
I don't believe in them, but it's fun to read.
Yeah.
That's actually spot on.
That's exactly what I say.
I find,
really
do you know what
don't
I did one day? Because obviously Taurus, I just read the Taurus ones. I said for the crack, I'd actually read down through them all. I was like, these are all the same. These are all the same. Like, every single one of these applies to me in some aspect of my life or another. But saying that, there's some things that, I suppose there's some things that I believe. I actually wrote this essay a few weeks ago. I had this really weird experience. I actually didn't tell. I don't even think I told you, Kirsten, about this. I have this weird thing with like luck and bad, like good luck and bad luck, right? Now I'm not some floozy that like believes completely in all that. But I had this experience, right? So it was one of the days I just had a desperate day. I was down South Campus. I was walking around. There's the walks down around there. I just stop kicking that. What are you doing? What are you doing? I was down South Campus. I was walking around, and like there's really pretty walks down around there, and I had this weird experience coming back where there was like this man, and he had like an intellectual disability or something, because he was like, there was a dog barking at him. It was so surreal. There was a man with a dog walking by him, and the dog was barking at this guy, and the guy was like barking back, and you think, oh, that'd be kind of funny. You'd think that'd be kind of funny to watch, but it was so like disconcerting. Like it was so, I felt really uncomfortable, because as the dog came up to me, I was like, the dog's gonna bark at me. Well, the dog
You're in a dark back.
But the dog walks by me like completely calm, and I was like, that's weird. So I walked by your man, and he just like didn't blink, stared at me the whole time I was walking around. And as I was round the corner, he was just completely walking at me. And then I just had this weird thing where I was like, if I walked back around that corner, that could be just gone. No, I didn't. But you know, you just get these stupid like concepts in your head. Whatever. I kept going. So I felt like really uncomfortable all day thinking about that. Then I went to your football match.
Okay.
Freezing cold. Wanted to die. It was horrible. It was just horrible. They didn't even... Or you did win, actually, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was desperate. I ended up having to hang around while you were getting finished and everything getting changed. And we went across the student union bar. And then I ended up meeting this girl who I had, got on quite well with.
Oh yeah.
And it's not like I won't delve into that anymore. But this is what I'm talking about.
It's like fifth reading.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But, yeah, that ended on good terms. But that's my point. My point is, like, I had like a really bad start to the day. It's really uncomfortable, like weird, like a really weird experience. Then like a really good evening, where it was like, yeah, this is good.
Was it?
Life's going good. It was a good evening. The days that followed, not so much.
I can't wait till I'm gonna ask him.
Huh?
Ask him.
Well, this is off.
Yeah.
About it?
Yeah. I don't know what you're on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I've no clue.
Oh.
Well, I feel like I'm right.
We're coming up in an hour now.
Yeah.
I thought this was your bursting for that, but that's perfect. I thought this was a good.
I did see that.
Good. I think this is a good pilot.
This is a brilliant.
Do you know what? Maybe not even the pilot. Maybe this can be episode 1.
Yeah.
Episode 1. We'll just put it start. Because this was good. I feel like we had some good conversation.
I say you should listen to it again another good 5 times.
Can we listen to it on the bus?
Yeah, listen to it on the
a good
bus.
5 times now.
But I just like to say, I think what we're doing here with this is something now where just normal people have normal conversation about everything. We'll have loads of different guests on. Again, thank the 2E so much for coming on. Ashling and Seán, really great. I think we had a great conversation here. Kirsten, charming as always. Just great. You gonna
Simon Kiernan as always.
yeah, okay, but there'll be more things to come. I think we'll do maybe prank phone calls at some stage. I want to get out and about, walk around Minute, talk to people.
Why did you tell them?
Loads of guests. Yeah, but this will be a surprise because I'm not going to tell anyone.
We should do like the TikTok things, interviewing people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We can do loads of stuff. So,
Hi, what's your name?
do you know what? I think this is really cool. But listen how I hear this. So, again, remember everyone listening. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, and you'll never be invited to a party. Thanks for listening. Thank you. Goodbye. We're ending it.
Woo!
Bye.
Wait, what was the last part?